TikTok is just a silly little dance app. TikTok is news, Google, Amazon, jobs, and entertainment. And all the crypt keepers in Congress that wouldn't know reality if it jumped up and slapped them upside the head, they have no idea. But the problem is they don't even want to listen, right? Recently we had a power outage here where I live, and it was late at night. There was no news. I was trying to find out how widespread it was, what the status of it was. There was nothing on the news because it was late at night. There was no news reporting. I went to the power company website. Again, nothing. I went on TikTok 15 minutes after the power outage, and there's videos on there answering my questions, how widespread it was, who's been affected. TikTok is news in real time that do it better and quicker and closer to the scene than actual news sources, right? Think of the California wildfires. How many people were potentially saved that ended up evacuating sooner than they had been told to because people were posting on TikTok in real time, places that reporters couldn't get to quick enough. TikTok is news. TikTok is Google. Why would I go to Google and go down 10 separate rabbit holes and spend all this time reading all these different things when I could just go to TikTok and put it in the search bar and watch 2 30-second videos and move on with my day? TikTok is Google. It has replaced Google for so many people. It's faster and it's efficient. TikTok is Amazon. How many people are buying their everyday products from the TikTok shop now? Right? TikTok is jobs for millions of Americans. I'm not really going to lose anything financially from this app. I never really earned much, but so many Americans do, and it's going to devastate them. And lastly, TikTok is entertainment. And that should not be downplayed. It is the most enjoyable, relaxing thing to, after a long, hard day, be able to just sit down and relax your mind and not have to think and just be able to scroll. TikTok is not just a dance app. For me, it has been a way to empower nurses everywhere because 5 years ago, nurses were falling for the empathy manipulation and the gaslighting and being told it's a calling and being told your patients need you. You have to come in and work overtime. Your team needs you. Nurses were not reporting violence and assaults because we were told it was just part of the job. Nurses were not unionizing. Nurses suffered under the delusion that unions were a bad thing. Nurses were not aware of the dangers and the trickle-down effect that was coming from criminal prosecution of nurses and how to protect themselves. Nurses were not empowered 5 years ago before I started talking, and they are now. And I'm genuinely concerned that we're going to go back. Because the thing is, the other apps don't have the brilliant algorithm. So if you're following me on the other apps, that's great. You might see my stuff if I'm not being suppressed that week. Otherwise, you have to come to my page. But no one else is really going to see it because they don't have this algorithm. It doesn't get funneled to who needs to see it. And we always have new incoming nurses, right? So how long before we regress back to where we were 5 years ago? Hospitals are absolutely thrilled, in healthcare organizations, about the TikTok ban. They are. They've been trying to silence me for years. This is a huge win for them. And that should tell you everything you need to know.